Known as the Door of No Return, it was the last step African slaves took on their soil before being shipped off on slave boats, headed to the New World against their will.
Cheap slave labor producing one main crop, king cotton.
We're talking about the transatlantic slave trade from West Africa to the Americas, which lasted for centuries. 400 years of sweat, blood, and tears.
There's no way our ancestors could have comprehended that, yes, people, limbs are going to be cut off, tongues are going to be cut out their mouth, babies are going to be fed to alligators for bait, you know what I'm saying? Our women are going to be, raped repeatedly, and there's no way they could have possibly known.
That's Afia Kalia. She was born and raised in Los Angeles and moved to Ghana in 2017. She's part of a movement of people repatriating to Africa in the hopes of better embracing their African heritage and ancestry.
My first trip to Ghana was magical. I immediately felt a connection here. My initial touchdown was like, I'm home.
In 2019, Ghana marked 400 years since the first transportation of enslaved Africans to America. Ghana was actually one of Africa's main shipping points for slaves. Cape Coast, west of the capital city of Accra, is home to more than 30 dungeons where slaves were held in captivity before being sent to the United States, South America, and the Caribbean for forced labor.
When I walked into Elmina Castle and I went to the Cape Coast, the smell and the haunting feeling of being haunted by the past was really something that was out of this world. In terms of the, human waste, you could still smell it. You could still smell the pain and the agony that happened there.
To commemorate this dark time in history, the Ghanaian president kick-started a campaign intended to encourage African diasporans to settle and invest in the continent. In 1619, a ship with 20 African captives landed at Point Comfort in Virginia, ushering a new era of American slavery. This was part of the transatlantic slave trade, a triangular route from Europe to Africa, to the Americas and back to Europe. On the first leg, merchants exported goods to Africa in return for enslaved Africans, gold, ivory, and spices. The middle passage across the Atlantic to the American colonies usually took more than 7 weeks. Africans were sold as slaves to work on tobacco, cotton, and sugar plantations. The goods were then transported to Europe. It is estimated that 12 million Africans were transported and almost 2 million died on the Middle Passage. While slavery was abolished in the U.S. in 1865, Roberta says the generational impact still lives on today.
It is the beginnings of anti-Black racism. And I think people sometimes forget that we didn't come with generational money. Our generational money was taken away from us. Our resources were taken away. And we don't have the family backings in those ways based on what was stolen from us.
For Afia, the move from LA to Ghana felt right for her. She works as a massage therapist, is a music artist, and has started a non-for-profit called Her Collective, helping continental Africans and Africans of the diaspora to connect and share experiences.
Came to Africa, I found love, came to Africa and found another level and layer of myself, It's like an onion, there's so many layers, and I've broken it down to like that nice sweetness in the middle, and I'm still evolving, I'm still growing.
Thanks for watching Global News. If you like what you saw, please like the video. Also hit the subscribe button to get the latest international news and best trending videos.